It's the latest in a string of so-called stranger attacks, but appears to be the first that's ended in death.
This incident was frightening to a lot of people. It's a very serious and violent incident that occurred in a very busy neighborhood right downtown Vancouver.
At 8:30 in the morning last Monday in Yaletown, 29-year-old Justin Mormon was stabbed on the street. A 34-year-old woman now charged with second-degree murder, and the Vancouver Police Department says the two people didn't know each other. Police have suggested stranger attacks are on the rise in the city, saying officers are responding to roughly 4 a day, but advocates say the solution isn't more policing. It's more social service supports in Vancouver's downtown.
Found myself incarcerated for an evening and then released at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's not much in the sense of support for people. And so that still goes on today.
As someone who struggled with homelessness and addiction for nearly 20 years in the downtown east side, Felicella knows how hard it can be to get help.
There was, a lack of services, but then there was the, psychiatry or, put in a psych ward hospital, which seemed to, oftentimes be the wrong fit for some people.
Police say they're taking steps to address the ongoing issues, such as a dedicated task force and targeted patrols. But one criminologist says that's not what's needed.
Well, we need to take money out of their budgets and put it into social services, because mental health is this underlying factor that they're reporting on themselves. Then we need more mental health services. We need more addiction services. We need better housing.
The amount of people that I speak to daily, they do want help. It's just rather challenging.
The VPD hasn't said if the suspect in the deadly Yaletown stabbing was dealing with mental health or addictions issues. She remains in custody.
Of course, these are violent attacks, and some, like most recently, have been homicides. And so these are not crimes that we should end up minimizing.
And while the VPD has suggested incidents like this are increasing, Andresen believes they're being highlighted more by police, in part to secure funding.
There's a bit of an increase, from the most recent years, but we're not talking like this is not, Vancouver hasn't become this, post-apocalyptic city that some people seem to think is going on.
In Vancouver, Monika Gul, City News.